guys, Julia here. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm taking a look at the Archer & Olive subscription box for September 2021. This is the 4th subscription box from Archer & Olive and my 3rd unboxing and review video for these. So you guys know me, I have thoughts, so of course I'm just sharing. And just as sort of a disclaimer sort of situation, this is not a sponsored video. I did pay for this box with my own money. I am an Archer & Olive affiliate, which just means in this context, if you like what you see and you want to get one for yourself using the link down in the description, I do make a small commission there, but I'm definitely not here to convince you one way or another. I'm just showing you what's inside and sharing my thoughts. But let's talk about this box. I sort of know what to expect because I'm one of those like crazy stalker people of the design team and I love sneak peeks. And I'm in that Archer & Olive spoiler group on Facebook, so it's just always just something though to experience things for yourself. Right off the bat, this box is a little bit smaller than the other boxes, but from what I've heard, there's a lot in here. So I'm gonna go ahead over to my table and see what's inside. Okay, so maybe by now you know the drill here. The box is gorgeously embossed, and this time around it's a lovely dark blue, which may give us a little hint of what's inside. And as I was saying earlier, it is packed to the brim, all business, not mad at it. There is a color story going on here, but let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So this first thing we're gonna look at is this super beautiful vellum-like envelope with a faux wax seal. This is super gorgeous packaging, and honestly, little details like this I appreciate so much. And excuse me while I get all brand designer nerdy, but it's things like this that subtly push that luxury part of the Archer & Olive experience and what sets them apart, I think. And inside of the envelope is this decorative print. I thought I was going to find the box contents on the back, but the back is blank and it's printed on pretty sturdy MAC cardstock. I do honestly love the colors here and the watercolor look mixed with the geometric patterns. The quote is lovely, but personal preference here, not really feeling the font for a whole bunch of techie reasons that I'm not gonna bore you with, but you can definitely hang this up in your office or room and even in your notebook as a positive affirmation to inspire you from time to time, because we all indeed do have the power to create change. But yeah, I absolutely love this wax seal here. More of these in some sort of fashion, please, Archer & Olive. Next up is this pin and accessory case that you saw hanging out at the top of the stack. And first off, appreciate this dark color. Things be getting dirty on the move, but these have super adorable ampersand zipper pulls, and it looks like 2 separate zipper compartments here. Opening up this first section, we have quite a few pin loops, which is super nice. Some of the cases I take with me now, I just dump pins in, and it's a struggle sometimes to hunt down a specific pin, so this definitely seems like it would come in handy for that. As you saw, it fits my thick S gel pen, which is like my main squeeze right now. It also fits in Tombows and longer markers as well. The second zip compartment is the same, and in total, this thing can hold 28 pins, which is pretty legit. That's plenty for me personally when I'm on the road with work stuff and still need to update my journal or throw in a quick note spread or something like that. My only maybe suggestion for improvement with this, my other favorite traveling cases come with some sort of pocket to store things like washi or glue tape or correction tape, or sometimes I like to tape scrap paper and stickers. I suppose you could just throw those things in there with pins, but although I do appreciate this minimal color block design, it's maybe a missed opportunity for some additional storage on the front or back of the case. Oh yeah, and there's this cute little tote strap here, and I do love that. All right, let's talk about these weekly calendar sticker rolls next. First of all, I really love this packaging. I could definitely use this to store binder clips or paper clips or jewelry. It's pretty sturdy, but inside we have a single roll of stickers, and I say single roll, but it is like a pretty hefty roll. They alternate between a blank calendar sticker and a note sticker in 3 different colorways. And I have quite a bit of experience working in a print shop, and I remember when I pulled these out that I was instantly a little skeptical about them being on a glossy sticker because those are notoriously hard to write on without a lot of smudging. So I definitely wanted to test these out to see how the glossy coating was going to affect drying time and smudging. So I'm just laying the sticker down on a dot grid notepad and writing out the first week using my day-to-day Sharpie S-Gel pen, wiping at it immediately to see what happens. And it smudges. Boo. So I wanted to test it again, waiting 5 seconds for the next week, 10 seconds for the week after that, but they both still smudged pretty severely here. I decided to write in the next week and just come back to it a little later to see if it would dry at all. So we're just gonna move on for now and come back to it. Up next is this sticker book. Love the cover design and the gold foil. It definitely feels luxurious for a sticker book, but inside we have this first design and there are some headers here in a script, some faux washi, which I love, and some numbers with a few different symbol stickers as well. Now these are matte stickers, so you could write on these in theory without the same smudging issue. The second sheet has a few more daily headers, a note or memo block, and some other decorative elements here in that same geometric flavor. And then on this last one, pretty much the same story here with different designs. Again, not in love with the font choices here, but it is what it is. I do love the geometric designs throughout. Very cool, but delicate. Oh, and you get 2 of every style in this book. The next thing in here are these adhesive envelopes, and I'm probably way too excited for some envelopes in here, but they even come in this cute little peekaboo envelope that you can honestly use as a 4th envelope with a little window. Just throw some adhesive on the back and pop it in your journal or scrapbook. But no, I've been loving using envelopes in not only my day-to-day bullet journal for business receipts and just scrap paper, but also with some memory keeping spreads I've been doing lately. I've been using envelopes to store ticket stubs and other travel keepsakes, and the envelopes I've been working with definitely are not this pretty. And these have the adhesive already on the back, ready to roll. These are probably my favorite things in here so far. I would love for them to sell more of these on the Art and Olive website. Moving on to these coloring pages. Again, in a sexy square envelope, which again, if you have a square journal or a larger scrapbook, throw a sticker or something on front and paste it in. I love it. Reuse all the things. So there are 5 different coloring sheets in here, and this is also going to be on a glossy stock. So not sure how I feel about that if you're going to be using markers on these, but I'm also just down to use these as like patterned backgrounds for spreads or something. You could just cut them down and paste them in. But no, I do like the variety here of larger, quick to color pages and then these more intricate designs that are thrown in. All right, next up, there are 3 small little baby boxes and they're so adorable. I love the design on these as well. Classic looking with the rose gold foil. Whoever is designing these boxes, bravo to you. But I'm just going to open these in whatever order. This is the first one. I'm going to try to show my hand for scale here, but you guys don't really know how big my hands are. They are kind of big because I'm a tall lady. But anyways, we have a baby blackout journal. And I was just super in love with not only this color combo of this cool gray stone color with the black pages, but this cover finishing is brilliant. It's not the typical linen covers we see with the brand. It's more of a fabric-y, smooth cover. I don't know how to describe it, but I hope it attracts less dog hair than linen does. But this does come with all the features that you expect from Archer and Olive journals at this point, which is actually surprising since the journal is so small, but you get your elastic closure, pin loops, bookmarks, back flap, the 160 GSM, dot grid paper, and 112 pages. It's fabulous. Cam and I basically collect and love these little field notes by Erin Draplin, and they're the same size as these, 3.5 by 5.5 inches, the perfect little pocket size. But the field notes only has 48 pages and the paper is significantly thinner. So just having 112 pages at this thickness and this new one is pretty awesome. I'm excited about adding these to the arsenal for sure. The next box is another one of these pocket-sized journals. And this time it's a little darker navy color and white dot grid. Again, y'all, this cover feels so legit. It's like my happy medium between the linen and the vegan leather, and I love this. Again, it has all of the features as the last journal, but with white dot grid paper. They look so cute together. Oh my God. But the last of the 3 boxes is another pocket-sized journal with craft paper. And this cover is probably my favorite out of, no, I think the gray one is my favorite, but this is definitely a close second. It has this like denim jean heather look and I'm here for it. Again, same features, but with craft paper, and I'm excited to just have this fun little size and all the paper types. But just some initial ideas I had for these journals are like swatch journals for your markers and washi, a habit tracker or goal tracker journal, a quote or affirmation journal, a starter bullet journal if the larger sizes intimidate you. Oh, and this idea I liked, a migration journal. So if you would take this journal out with you in meetings or in class or wherever that you may not take your typical bullet journal with you, things come up, tasks, things that you may want to add into your bullet journal, but you don't have it. So you add it here, knowing that you'll migrate it over when you get back to your journal, home base, so to speak, maybe. Hopefully that makes sense. Just an idea I had, but yeah, these are fantastic. The last thing we're looking at in the sub box is this brand new Calliograph brush pen set of 5. And again, they nailed this packaging. This color palette actually reminds me of my September bullet journal theme. But anyways, opening this up, we have a few brush lettering practice sheets, and super cool feature, you can use this practice sheet and then wipe it clean to reuse it over and over. But you have 3 here, one for strokes and numbers, one for the alphabet, and one with a quote, so you can practice connecting those letters into words, which is really great and useful for beginners with brush lettering. And to the pins here, they are dual tipped, and you can easily pop this holder out and use the box for storage, which is fantastic. It has a flip up magnetic closure for easy access. So these are the colors here, and they are on par with the color palette we've been seeing throughout the box. But before we pen test these, let's check back on that blank calendar sticker roll. And wow, it still smudges. That's a bit disappointing. I also did a quick test on these with another fine tip brush pen, and again, it smudges. So I mean, that's that, I guess. I definitely think a matte finish would have been more useful with these. Okay, so moving on, I am gonna do a quick pen test with these new Calliograph pens. One tip is a thicker brush pen, similar to what you see with Tombows. The control is really nice with these, and they feel super good in the hand, pretty light. The other side of the pen is a finer tip for smaller brush lettering. Again, the control on the smaller side is really lovely and makes it a bit easier to get smooth lettering. As you can see, the colors of both sides don't necessarily match up, but I do think that was intentional to sort of test out a few different colors. I do believe more colors are going to be available with the fall product launch, and these were sort of like a teaser, wetting the palette, if you will. But looking at the tips compared to the Tombow, they are pretty similar. The Calliograph tip is a bit shorter, which in theory would lead to more control. They both have a similar give and flex too, honestly. For the smaller tip, I'm comparing with the Pentel brush sign pen, and again, pretty similar here, which is great because I love these as well for smaller lettering. For whatever reason, I feel like I have the tiniest bit more control with the Pentel pen, but honestly, they're both really great. Highly recommend. So these new pens are water-based, so they won't show up on the blackout paper. However, I'm curious to see how the colors shift on the craft paper. So I'm gonna go grab a craft notepad and just quickly test them out there. So all the colors are showing up pretty well. I love, love, love the subtleness of the second tan color on the craft. That's probably my favorite color on the craft paper. The last thing I want to check out with these, since they are water-based, is that faux watercolor look that I like to do from time to time. So I'm bringing back out my white dot grid notepad and some palette paper. You could also use a Ziploc bag or something like that if you don't have palette paper lying around. To make this happen, you just scribble on the palette paper and pick up the ink with a brush or a water brush like I have here, and you should be able to treat that ink a bit more like watercolor. And yeah, it looks gorgeous. Nice and vibrant here. Watercolor lettering is not my thing yet, but I'm gonna try that really quick as well. Fabulous. Yeah, I'm really happy with the ink quality for watercolor purposes too. All right, let's wrap this review up. So that's gonna do it for this box. I am definitely most stoked about the new pens and the notebooks here. Let me know down in the comments what you like the most, and if you are subscribed to the box, what are your plans for those pocket-sized notebooks? Let's get a little idea melting pot going down in the comments. If you subscribe to the box, they are $70 a quarter, and I'll leave a link down in the description. I've heard the price is going up to $75 in December, but if you lock in your subscription now, you can also lock in that $70 price. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And if you like this video, here are a couple more I think you would enjoy.